All right, so this is a hot 50 class in my backyard in my bathing suit because it really is hot yoga if you do it outside when it's hot and you do it in the sunshine. Just make sure you're wearing your sunblock. Okay, so we're gonna start in child's pose. Hopefully you can hear me the whole time. That whole thing kind of rigged up. So child's pose is hips on the heels, forehead to the floor, forehead to the mat. And just take long, deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Try closing your eyes and rolling your eyes around in their sockets just to give them a good stretch. And try using sound when you breathe just to get very connected, very focused to your body and your breath. Especially when you're doing yoga on your own, it takes an extra amount of focus. So really try to go inward. Next is tabletop. So shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and cat-cow tilts. So round and arch your spine. And you connect it with your breath. And you can breathe in either direction. You can exhale when you round or exhale when you arch. And you could go any pace that you want, whatever pace feels really good in your body. It's kind of fun to go fast and go slow, just to try kind of both extremes. And then I like to tuck my toes and come down to my elbows to make circles with my head and tail. You can find any kind of free movement that's going to help you feel connected in your body with your feet, your hands, your arms, your legs. Hi. I'm recording, just so you know. It's okay. It's totally okay. So maybe flip your hands and stretch out your wrists a little bit. And the next thing we're going to do is a down dog. So take your time to get there, but once you do get there, any sort of movement you want, you can pedal your knees, pedal your elbows, loosen up your arms and legs. Take a leg up, move around your ankle, your knee, your hip, anything that feels good. And then a couple of times go from a plank to a dog just to measure it out and kind of feel what that feels like. Upper push-up, back to down dog, and you can connect that with your breath like you did the cat-cow tilt. And then walk your hands back to your feet and hang in forward fold. Let your head hang, let your arms hang. If it feels super challenging to fold, bend your knees, put your elbows on your thighs, and let your head go that way. And you'll start to eventually open up your hamstrings enough to where you will be able to let go and hang over. Just keep it loose, you know. Think about a tree in the wind. When the trees that are rigid get hit by the wind, usually they break. So just try the whole time we're moving as smooth and efficiently as possible. So roll up slowly. Now when you do get to the top, roll your shoulders a couple of times. Just loosen up your shoulders, your head and your neck. Maybe a couple circles with your head and neck just to make sure that feels really nice and loose. And the next thing is half moon. So find something that you can focus on, whether it's a mirror or just something still. I'm going to focus on my window so I can kind of see myself too. And then we're going to do half moon. So lift your arms. Oh, you can't see my hands. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's okay. So lift your arms up over your head, interlace your fingers, release your index fingers, and just start to rock side to side just to loosen it up a little bit. This is going to be a minute-long pose that will hold. So you want to make sure you feel nice and loose, nice and ready for it. All right. So with that grip in your hands, lean up and over to the right side. And I got the timer here. We're going to hold it for a minute, like I said. So I think, you know, thinking about nature is always a really helpful way to think about how to use your body, because nature always works really efficiently. So, you know, if you think of a tree and the way that a tree moves in the wind and the way that tree moves with weather, that really can help with your body anytime you're in any sort of posture, whether it's a yoga pose or hiking or, you know, biking, climbing. Just how can I use less effort to do something? So like right now, this is a pretty intense shape, and as I'm leaning over to the right, I'm trying to use my right arm, I'm trying to use my right leg, I'm trying to use my abdominals, I'm trying to use my thigh muscles, you know, I'm trying to get everything to talk to each other, to work together so that nothing has to work super hard. We only have 10 seconds left. So feel that big stretch across your side. Relax your face and breathe deep. As long as you can from your hands to your feet. And then slowly come back up into center and switch the grip in your hands. So put your opposite thumb and your opposite pinky on top, and then go up and over to the other side. Do 1 minute on this side. Man, I gotta say, it was really vulnerable to be doing yoga in my bathing suit in front of a camera. For all to see. Don't judge. Don't judge me. I don't care. You can judge me if you want. I think the whole thing is just to not judge yourself, right? So I'm going to work on that. All right, we're halfway through. Where can I do a little less, but where can I get more to communicate? So shift the weight between your 2 feet. You know, is it better to have it more in the right foot or more in the left foot, or can I split the difference? How about both my legs? How can I use those to help get my hips a little further? How about both sides of my waist? Can I use all those muscles that are wrapping around my torso to get my rib cage higher, my shoulders higher, and then can I use my hands even to pull my arms longer? Focus and breathe. And come out of it. Good. So a back bend. I'm going to do supported back bend because my lower back isn't feeling great. You could leave your arms up overhead and just reach up and back. If you want to do a supported back bend, hands go to the lower back. Fingers can face up or down. I'm going to flip mine up so I get my wrist a little stretch. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your chin, lift your nose, look up. And you can slowly start to look back. You try to keep your whole spine long. So a backward bend, you know, we want it to happen throughout the whole spine. Your lower back knows how to do it. Your upper back knows how to do it. It's the middle spine that we're trying to teach how to backward bend. So really try to focus on how much you can lift through that part, open that part up, and then use the already flexibility that you have in your neck and your low spine to help you go a little further. Focus your eyes on something and take 3 breaths. And then slowly come up. If your arms aren't up over your head, pull them up and try to reach as long as you can. When you fold in half, fold at your hips. You have a really long spine. You can always hold your hips if you feel like you need more support, but lengthen your spine as you fold in half. And then anything you want. You could pedal your knees. You could take a couple of squats. I'm going to turn my phone off because I hear it beeping. And then we're going to do hands to feet next. So you can keep your feet together or apart. With your feet together, it's going to be a little bit more of a balance. Grab a hold of the backs of the calves. Try to get your elbows back behind. Drop your head and lift your butt. You can stay just like this, or if you want to try to scoop up your heels, go for it. But don't let your elbows come out. Try to pull your elbows back behind your calves as much as you can. Again, you're using your whole body together, working together to help you. The goal is to traction the spine. So to get to shoulders away from your ears, lengthen through your neck, lengthen through your ears. 3 breaths. And then come out of it with a flat back. So again, you can either hold your hips or stretch your arms out in front of you, but really strong belly to help you lift back up. Release your arms at the top and then just pause and be still. Try to observe all the sensations that you feel and move some breath through your body while you're observing it. Try to let go of something. And then we'll do our chair poses. So separate your feet with 2 fist distance in between them. You can go down and measure if you like to. And then, in fact, I'll talk through it from here. So if you do go down and measure with your 2 fists, put your knees in your armpits and try to get your belly to your thighs. And like I said, for a supported forward fold, you put your elbows to your thighs to help you lift your chest up. So this is a supported chair. You could stay here with the support, hands or elbows on your thighs, or if you want to try it, stretch your arms out in front of you. Get more weight in your heels. Try to pull your belly in, stick your butt back, and lift your chest up. Keep your arms long, keep your neck long, and your face relaxed. Breathe for 3. 2. 1. Stand up slowly and come all the way up onto your toes so that you're practicing balance. Strengthening the arches or strengthening the ankles. Try to keep your heels up as high as you can and start to bend your knees. If your heels start to drop, just pause. Keep your cowabunga. Keep your heels lifting up as high as you can. A level ground helps, by the way. I don't have a super level ground, so it's making it incredibly challenging to balance. Give it all you got. Do your best. And breathe. All right, so come all the way back up. And the last one, we'll bring our knees together. So turn your toes in at a bit of an angle, squeeze your knees together, and slowly start to sit down. But try to keep your head and the tail in the same line. Fingers reach forward, knees reach down and forward, inner thighs squeeze together super tight. Try not to have a crash landing like I just did, and try not to collapse onto your thighs. Really try to hover your thighs away from your calves. Lift your belly, lengthen your waist. And come all the way back up. Whoo, holy moly. Release it. Focus your eyes and breathe. Observe the sensations in between the postures. Big part of yoga is learning how to respond with your breath and not react to anything. Not react to any sensation, any thought, anything that anybody else is doing around you or lack of people around you. But just trying to stay really focused on yourself and how you can use your breath to keep yourself calm, to keep yourself centered and focused. All right, so prayer and a twist. Lift your arms up, press your palms, bring your hands down to the center of your chest, and with that, sit. And then once you're seated, twist to the right. I'm gonna use my hands to twist, so supported twist, right hand to the lower back, left hand to the right thigh. You could go a little deeper and put your elbow all the way down outside your thigh. Reach your fingers towards the floor and your other hand up towards the sky. You can also just keep that support. Make sure your spine is long, so reach your tail away from your head the whole time and then look over your shoulders. Try to take one more big breath. Slowly come back to center and slowly switch to the other side. So again, extend your spine when you're twisting it so the both ends are reaching in opposite directions. Again, you could go low and go a little deeper into it. Hook your elbow outside your thigh, maybe reach your arm up. There's a bunch of arm balances you could try to practice. I ain't getting into any of that shit. Look over your shoulder and breathe. 3, 2. All right, back to center. Take one deep breath, lift your chest up, but keep your butt low, and then drop it. Drop your head and drop your arms. Shake it out. Pull in your belly. Roll up really slowly. And the last thing that we get to do is an eagle pose. So we'll set up our arms first. Wrap your right arm under your left arm. You can either wrap it with a hug, holding the shoulder blades, get the backs of hands to touch, maybe the fronts of the hands. And then just move around a little bit in your shoulders. You can go up and down. You can make circles. You could take your head and your neck with you just to really get a nice tight squeeze. And then take a seat and cross your legs. So if the right arm is under, the right leg is over. Point the toes down to the floor. Lift your chest up. pull your ears down, or I'm sorry, pull your shoulders down, lift the backs of your ears up. Try to level hips, level shoulders. Focus your eyes and breathe. 3, 2, release it, feet together, arms go up. And then we do other side, so left arm under. Get into your shoulders a little bit more, round it, arch it, side to side. Oh my God. And we have clouds. Hopefully we will not have rain. Okay, take a seat, cross your legs. Focus your eyes on one point, especially when you're balancing. Don't move your eyes around a bunch, because if you do, then your body's going to want to move around. Helps you to stay balanced when you keep your eyes still. Breathe deep. All right, release it. Feet together, arms up. Take a big breath. Release it. Pause and observe. Okay, so usually we take a break here. If you want to take a break, go ahead, pause it. But I'm going to keep going. So we're going to do some balancing, standing balancing. I'm standing back here. This is like a little bit hard. So the first one is standing forehead to knee. Pick up your thigh. Try to make your right thigh parallel to the ground. Try to stand up really tall on your standing leg and balance. Lift away from it. Like imagine like you're hanging away from the floor. This is a good first phase, a good place to practice. You could hold on to your thigh. The goal of this pose is to get your entire spine completely rounded. So you could make your way down and get your foot. Just don't pick your foot up or pick your knee up. You want to keep your thigh parallel to the floor. This is a minute-long shape. We're only going to do one of these. Now we're about 15 seconds in, so you could just be practicing right here. Again, just make sure you're focusing your eyes. Keep it on one point, keep breathing, and try to work as efficiently as possible. How can I get everything to work together to help me? How can I get all the stuff across my front to help me open my back? So this is a good place to practice. If you want to try to go a little bit further in this pose, you could try kicking your heel forward. Just make sure you're working on, and of course my balance is going to be great today. So make sure you're working on 2 straight legs. And if you do get 2 straight legs, you can bend your elbows. And if your elbows go down below your calf line, you could do the last phase of the pose, which is the name of it, forehead to knee. Oh my God. You got 5 seconds left. All right, that's it. Other side. Oh boy. Okay, left thigh up, make it parallel to the floor. Remember, you could stay here, practice this. A lot of good strengthening to do. Good, round down. How can I get the whole front of my body to work to open the whole back of my body? Even the front sides of the legs are working to open the back sides of the legs. Okay, that's 30 seconds. So if you want to try kicking out, you have 30 seconds left to keep practicing. Remember, keep your breath moving smooth, keep your body buoyant so that you're ready for anything. Anytime you fall, you just bounce right back. Cool. So standing bow is the next one. You're gonna open everything up. So right elbow, right waist, palm faces up. Drop your right hand back behind you and grab your right foot on the inside. So it's the big toe side of the foot that you're grabbing. If there's something going on with your wrist or your shoulder, your elbow, you can always grab the outside. It's just gonna limit the range of motion. Because for this pose, we want to hold on to the inside so that our shoulder can go back and our leg can take our shoulder back and our other arm can go forward. There's a big back bend and a big spiral twist. So once you get a hold of your right foot, lift your left arm. Try to find the twist first. So like hide your right shoulder behind you. Keep your hips as level as you can and start to kick. And try as much as you can to get the kick to drive the pose because it's that connection between your arm and your leg that help you to backward bend, and to get a really supported backward bend. Sorry, I keep dropping my foot. My balance is just no bueno. All right, we're halfway through. Focus your eyes and breathe. Remember, twist your upper spine. So open your chest to the right. Drop your hips towards the floor. And just get your toes to go as high up as you can and your fingers to go as far forward as you can. 10 seconds. Holy moly. Okay. Nice and easy. Come up and out of it. We'll do the other side. So left elbow goes to left waistband. Palm faces up. Drop the hand behind you. Grab your foot on the inside, the big toe side. Knees together to start. Lift your right arm. Let your left shoulder drop back behind you. Start to kick. Let the kick drive it. So try to get your hamstring engaged, your glutes engaged. Focus your eyes. Deep breathe in and stay buoyant wherever you can. That standing leg is a little buoyant. That elbow you're holding on with is a little buoyant. Try to get your left big toe as far up and away from your right middle finger as possible. You're halfway through. Doesn't help when there's wind blowing and it's moving all the things that are being still. Remember, like I said before, use nature. Slowly come up and out. The dog is crying. Okay, so the last one is a balancing stick pose. It's a really quick one. So you lift your arms up, interlace your fingers, release index. Step forward with your right foot, and as your left foot comes down, or as your left foot lifts up, let your upper body go down. So try to make a parallel line with the floor from your hands to your feet. And just try to reach your hands and your feet in opposite directions. And then step back and switch sides. Switch the grip in your hands if you want. Opposite thumb and pinky on top. Step forward, left foot. As the chest lowers, the leg lifts. Try to flex your foot so you're really kicking back through the heel. And really reach the fingers forward. Pull your belly in, keep chin away from chest, get as long as you can. And then step back. All right, release it, pause. Concentrate and meditate. Observe the sensations without reacting to them. And breathe. All right, so turn face to side so you have your full mat to stretch out on. And if you're not using a yoga mat, cool, dude. That's cool. So, with the flat back fold over, you can always hold your hips to help feel where the hinge is coming from. So you really want to hinge at your hip bone, so you're sticking your butt out to fold forward and down. And when you get down to the bottom, you can drop your head, you can pedal your knees, you can shift the weight forward and back. But the goal for this pose is traction. So we're going to try to grab our feet again and try to pull the chest down as we lift the butt up higher. So really use your arms and your legs to try to get more length out of your spine. Get your shoulders away from your ears. Really active legs, active arms. Keep your belly in and try to breathe into your chest. We'll stay for 3 breaths. And then come out with a flat back. Pull your belly in. Nice long arms. There you go, right into triangle. So turn the right toes towards the front of your mat. Bend your right knee and get your right knee over your right ankle. Bouncing in and out a couple of times usually feels pretty good. And then once you get your knee over your ankle and your hip in line with your knee, so you're in a really good 90-degree angle, really strong one, flip your palms and look over to the left shoulder. And then tilt your torso down so that the right elbow goes inside the right knee. Then try to tilt your left hip down. So that way you can work on pulling your feet towards each other, but then open your chest up. So you're trying to reach your hands away from each other. So it's opposition, again, kind of like in that standing bow, that second balancing shape that we did. Trying to get the hips to turn down and the rib cage to open up. Focus your eyes up on that left hand, or if that feels way too intense, you can look down at the right hand. Try to keep both feet working evenly, both arms working evenly. Keep your belly in. Breathe into your chest. Just one more deep breath. Keep your legs still. Lift just your torso. Look at your right hand and take a breath. And then switch to the other side. So straighten the leg, turn in the toes, turn out the toes. And then straighten the knee a couple of times. Get into that side lunge. Flip your palms up to your right and put them. Remember, right hip down towards the floor. Try to pull your rib cage up towards the right hand. Stay low in that lunge. Relax your face. Long through the back of the neck. Two more breaths. Stay in the lunge. Lift just your torso. Take a breath. And then straighten the leg. Feet together. Lift your arms. Release your arms. Observe it. Concentrate and meditate. Sensation is just information, and no feeling is final. So don't miss any of the feelings, keep watching. Okay, so straight leg triangle, inhale, arms up. Exhale, take a big step out. Turn your toes, turn both of them to face towards the front of the mat. The back one's at an angle. Reach forward a lot with the right hand, and then put your right hand down somewhere on the leg. Again, trying to turn the hips down towards the floor, but open the rib cage up towards the sky. So trying to stack the shoulders, but level the hips. Just as best you can. Lengthen through the spine the whole time, so tail goes back and head goes forward. Take one deep breath. And then we'll alternate it, so put your left hand down. Level the hips, so adjust the feet as wide as you need them to be, as close as you need them to be. It feels good if they're on railroad tracks, that's what I found. And then we're gonna revolve it. So left hand stays down, right hand can go to the lower back, or you can reach it up. But again, try to keep your spine extending as you're twisting. The tail goes back, head goes forward. All right, come back to center. Make your arms like airplane wings, and then stand up with them. Try to get your biceps by your ears, and curl yourself down really slow. Try to get your forehead to your knee. Maybe take a little bit longer stance, maybe bend the knee. Again, try to use everything across your front. Pull everything in across the front to open up your back. And then press your palms and curl up to standing. Use all the strength in your legs and in your arms. Okay, other side. Turn your toes, arms out. Forward with your left hand, down with your right hip. Turn it down towards the ground. Level the hips, adjust the feet, maybe a little wider, maybe a little closer. And then right hand down and left hand up. Focus your eyes and breathe. Remember, we're really trying just to not react. Just to stay calm no matter how challenging it is. Back to center, stand up with your arms, pull your belly in and curl down slowly. Use your front to open your back. press your palms and go up. Oh, it's so hard to talk and do this. Release it. Pause. Concentrate. Okay, so we get to lay down. Oh no, that's not true. More balance. Tree pose. Yeah, with the trees. Hug your right knee into your chest. You could put your foot inside your thigh, inside your calf down on the floor. If you want to try a half lotus variation, you put your foot way up into your hip crease. They're just different, you know. One isn't better than the other. I just like the feeling of this stretch, even though it's way more challenging for me to do this stretch. I like the feeling of it, and eventually we're trying to work on getting this knee to line up with that knee. If I turn to the side, you'll see that it's very much not. Yeah, way out in front. Just try to stand up tall. Stay buoyant, stay with your breath, open up your hip a little bit. And we'll switch sides, so bring your knee back in the center first, and then release it to the ground. Like this is the most flat spot. This is good. This is good. Oh. So in a normal hot class, we don't make sound. Part of it is just the focus of other people around you. Another part of it is it usually builds up heat when you breathe with sound, but if you're not practicing in a 105-degree room or a 105-degree, climate, then warm yourself up, And when you can connect your hearing to your breathing, usually it's a lot easier to stay focused and stay calm. So flutter away. All right, bring your knee back into center. Seal your standing practice however you want. I like to just give a good breath and say, may there be peace in my thoughts. And then I lay down. So technically we get 2 minutes here. So close your eyes if you can. Just give yourself a second to meditate. Feel your whole body wherever it's laying down. Just notice if there's any tension you can let go of, whether it's mental, physical, emotional tension. Try to release it into the ground. And if closing the eyes is not working or it's like putting you to sleep, then keep them open. Just focus them on one point. But if you do feel comfortable having them closed, I suggest stretching your eyes a little bit. So using the muscles of your eyes with your lids closed to make figure eights, just to give your eyes a good stretch. Kind of rolling your eyes around in their sockets, tracing those figure eights. Keep checking in to see if your neck is tense, or your jaw, or your hands, or your butt. Just let go. Change the direction that you're tracing that shape. Harder when you're outside because then you got all this crawling all over you. It's like, ah! It's okay. Be nice. 3 more breaths. All right, we're going to going to do a little butterfly and happy baby. So hug your knees into your chest. I'm on a little bit of a slant here, so I'm going to tilt. Hug your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. And then put the soles of your feet together so your knees open. Take a few deep breaths. And then open your legs out wide. Soles of feet face the ceiling. Maybe stick out your tongue, stretch out your jaw. You can give your feet a massage. You can straighten one leg and then the other. Rock left to right. All right, so we transition from a position like this to a hot yoga sit-up. So bring your legs out in front, flex your toes, lift your arms up and hook your thumbs. Take a big inhale, hold your inhale and use it to sit up. And then exhale, reach for your feet. Turn around, we're gonna come all the way to a seated position, which I'm gonna turn this because I'm totally at an angle here. Sorry, we're gonna come to a seated position. It's called staff pose. You'll bring your legs out. I think it'll be better. Bring your legs out long in front of you. Move the fleshy part, so all this good stuff, move it out of the way. Flex your toes, hands by your sides, sit up really tall. Focus your eyes and breathe. Really lift through your belly, active through the legs, active through the arms, active through the spine. All right, inhale your arms up, and as you exhale, reach for your feet. Try to keep a flat back as you fold forward, so no rounding your spine. Flatten it out, stick your butt out, kick your heels forward. And pull your elbows down. Collarbones forward, best you can. And then sit up again. Back pose. You come in and out of the staff pose at the time. Walk the leg behind you and reverse the top. So put your hands down, put your feet down, lift your hips and your chest up. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep the weight evenly distributed between all four limbs. And then if you can, look back, but try not to strain your neck, Keep your shoulder blades squeezed together, nice long neck, long waist, long arms, long legs. And sit back down to the ground. Sometimes I flip my palms up like this just to give my wrist a stretch. Forehead to knees, the next one. So bend your right knee, bring the sole of the foot inside the left thigh, lift both of your arms up, and then go get a hold of your left foot with all 10 of your fingers round your spine. It's really similar to that first balancing posture we did. We're using the whole front to open the whole back. So try to get all 10 of your fingers around your foot, pull your toes back, drag your elbows down, tuck your chin in, tuck the belly in, and open up the back. And then switch sides. Use an inhale to lift up. Try to keep your arms up if you can. Go get the other foot. Remember, keep your breath moving freely. Try to work efficiently. Nothing's working too hard. Everything's working together. Back pose again. Practicing good posture. So using your belly, using all those muscles in your waist, even the muscles in your arms and legs to help you get taller. Lift through the roof of your mouth. Sort of like you're hanging down towards the sky, like you're hanging away from the ground. Okay, tabletop. Try this one with straight legs. So walk your hands behind you. Fingers face the same direction as the toes. Point the toes. Push down into your hands and feet. Lift your hips and chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Long neck. Focus and breathe. Really search for the ground with your feet. Oh, there's a Carolina wren right there. Okay, sit back down. Focus your eyes. All right, so the last one seated is a sage pose. Bend your right knee and bring the sole of your right foot flat. Try to bring it close to your butt, but far away from your left leg so you have room. And then you can sit up tall just like this. You can bring your left arm back and your right arm forward and reach forward. You can round through the spine, or you can stay seated with a twist, which is the one that I like to practice. If your shoulder is in front of your knee, you can try to bind your hands behind your back. But, if your shoulder doesn't come in front of your knee, try not to do that. I would say just practice sitting up tall and looking over that left shoulder. Keep the left foot flexed. Keep pushing down into the right foot like you want to stand up on top of it. A couple more breaths. Remember, lots of different variations, so practice the one that feels like it's challenging but interesting. And then slowly switch to the other side. Gotta be nice when you're switching from pose to pose, Be really mindful of how you move. Don't throw yourself around. Like treat your body like it's somebody's body that you love. Hopefully you love yourself. Me too. Remember all the different variations of this one. You can fold forward, you can twist, you can extend, you can reach forward. All these postures are just helping us to practice better posture in the spine while we're seated. Ouch! All right, last staff pose. Sit up tall. Focus your eyes. Breathe. Last tabletop, so walk your hands behind you. You can do it straight legs or bent legs, up to you. Give it all you got. 3 breaths. Try sticking your tongue out. All right. So we're going to do boat pose now. So if you're using a mat, make sure you're in the middle of it. That way you can roll back on it when you're done. You can do boat pose with your feet on the floor, or you can pick your feet up and balance on your butt. Try lifting your arms up, whether your feet are up or down, and keep your arms straight. Keep your chest lifted. Take a really big inhale at center, and as you exhale, twist to the right and look over your right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale left. Inhale to center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. One more round. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Try to balance in the middle. Try to lift your butt up, your feet up and your arms up. And then release. There's a little butterfly, hang over your legs. All right, plank pose is the next thing that we get to do. You can turn around and do it or face whichever direction you want. Shoulders over the wrists. Legs long back behind you. Try to bring your collarbones more forward and your heel bones more back. So again, everything's like working efficiently, right? Everything's working together because I'm using my legs, I'm using my arms. I'm not just using my shoulders or my back or my belly. Side plank is next. We'll go right side, outer edge of your right foot and right hand. Try to lift your left arm up, maybe your left leg up. If you feel like you need more support, put your right knee down. Breathe deep. Slowly come to center and slowly switch to the other side. All right, all the way back to center. Look forward as you lower down to your belly. Try to keep it controlled. Feel free to use your knees if you need them. First one is cobra, so point your toes, push your feet into the ground, and lift your chest up. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades together back behind you. Keep a long neck. We're trying to focus on strengthening the lower part of the spine, stretching and opening the upper part of the spine. So really push your feet into the ground, lift your chest up, take a deep breath, and then release it. Look to the right, left cheek on the mat, arms back by your sides, palms up. Wiggle it out a little bit, take a few deep breaths, breathe into your belly for sure. Focus your eyes, maybe make some sound, a hum or a sigh. We'll practice half locust next. I know it's not normally in the half 50, but it's good for you. So bring your arms underneath you. I just want to show you what they're going to look like. So it'll be kind of like you're bumping a volleyball. The palm of your hand is going to push down into the mat. So put your arms all the way underneath you. Rock yourself side to side so that they can get all the way underneath you. And then you can keep your mouth on the mat or you can put your chin on the mat. But we'll start just by lifting the right leg. Push into your hands, push into your shoulders, and try to lift your leg up without the strength of your left leg. So keep your left leg floppy and just lift the right leg up high and then switch. So put the right leg down, make it floppy, and lift the left leg. Really push into your arms. We're trying to get the upper back to strengthen for this one and mobilize the lower part of the spine. Okay, so now push your mouth into the floor, push your hands into the floor and your shoulders into the floor, your knees into the floor, and lift your butt up. So this is kind of the sensation we're going to look for the half locust. Eventually, we'll be able to lift both of our legs up and kick our legs up over our head, but it might be nice to try just lifting your butt up and maybe pushing into your feet and lifting your legs, just so you have that sensation of pushing the shoulders down. But try to keep your mouth or your forehead on the floor so the back of the neck is long, and just give it one good shot. And release it. Arms out from underneath you and look the other way. Big toes touch, heels flat. Loosen your hips, loosen your shoulders. Big breaths into your belly. Okay, full locust. Sit on the mat, arms out long, legs out long. And just lift everything up. So we're trying to work the middle of the spine for this pose, using the weight of the arms and legs to leverage it. So just get your thighs up as high as you can, your arms up as high as you can. Long neck, deep breath. And release with left. Last one on the belly is floor bow. So bend your knees and grab your feet, the pinky edges of your feet. Pull your feet close to your butt just so you feel what that feels like. And that's not this pose. We're trying to kick our feet into our hands. Excuse me. So kick your feet into your hands as much as you can. Try to get your belly flat on the floor. Let your shoulder blades roll back, point the toes, and get your thighs up as high as possible. You can keep your head dropping down, or you can look up for the toes. Up to you. Just try to get your thighs up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. 3. Really kick. 2. And 1. Release. Might feel nice to windshield wiper your shins side to side. All right, so we're going to do a couple of push-ups. So feel free to use your knees. Come on up to a plank. Try 5 of them, with or without the knees. Elbows pull in by the ribs. Neck stays long. Legs stay active. So does your belly. And then fix firm. So knees go together and feet go apart. Try to sit your hips on the ground between your 2 feet. And if that doesn't work for you, you can always hold yourself up and just start to work your hips back until eventually they start to go all the way down. And if they do go all the way down, you can bring your hands back behind you. You can bring your elbows down on the ground back behind you. Maybe even your shoulders can come all the way down the ground back behind you. And if your shoulders do come down, you can grab for opposite elbows up over your head. Just try to keep your knees together and your knees down. And breathe. Slowly make your way back up and out. You can go through a flow, upward push up to lower, upward facing dog, back to downward facing dog. Or if you want to skip that, just feel free to turn. If you did a down dog and you want to practice just one handstand, give it a shot, just to kick up, see what it feels like. Maybe a couple of kicks. And then turn it around. Just for fun. Just for fun. Why not? Shoulder blades underneath you. Legs long, loose neck, loose shoulders, loose legs. Belly breaths. Focus your eyes. All right, let's do a sit-up. Legs together, flex your feet, arms up, hook your thumbs. Big inhale, hold the inhale to sit up. Exhale to your feet. Okay, so fixed arm goes to half tortoise. So knees together, this time knees and feet together, hips on the heels, move the fleshy parts out so you're really sitting on your butt. Lift your arms up and try to keep a flat back as you fold over. Your nose touches the ground before anything else, so don't let your hands go first. If your hands feel like they're gonna go first, grab a hold of your hips, or even put like one hand back to leverage yourself. Nose first. And then keep reaching the thumbs forward and reach the butt back, so extend your spine. 3 deep breaths. And then try to hover your arms up and reach with a long extended spine to come back up to kneeling. Let your hands rest in your chest or your lap. You can drop your chin if you like. Couple deep breaths. Focus your eyes on one point. And you do camel pose. You stand up on your knees. Palms go to the lower back for support. You can put your fingers to point down or your fingers to point up. Or if you want to try camel pose with your arms up over your head, great. Give it a shot, especially if you're feeling good and strong. Push your feet into the floor a lot, into the ground. Use your legs. Whoa. Use your legs. Use your belly. Lift your chest up and breathe. Try to stay for 5 full cycles of breath before you lay back down. All right, rabbit pose, arms up, hook thumbs, flex feet, big breath, let's go. Okay, so rabbit pose. Kneeling, knees and feet together, hips on the heels. Get your throw out of the way if you got one. Slowly curl yourself down. Get your forehead to your knees. Try to put very little weight in your head. Push all the weight into your feet. Lift your butt up, lift your belly up, spread your back. Use your front to open your back. 3 breaths. Very little weight in your head. Do not turn your head side to side. Tuck your chin into your throat. Slowly sit down. Roll up. Turn around, lay down. All right, we're going to do a supine twist while we're on the ground here. So hug your right knee into your chest, interlace the fingers, squeeze your knee into your armpit. And then twist. So the right leg goes to the left and the right arm goes to the right. Try to stack the hips one on top of the other and try to Set your shoulders down flat on the ground. Breathe deep. Maybe try closing your eyes again. Switch sides. Hug the knee back in the center. Release it to the ground. Other knee in. Give it a good squeeze. Okay, so the left leg goes over to the right. Left arm goes out to the left. Let the shoulders both be flat on the ground and let the hips stack. Bring the knee back in the center, release it to the ground, and the last thing is both knees in. Try to pull them in at the same time. Use your belly. Grab for opposite elbows. Take a couple of breaths, and then switch which arm is on top. Really squeeze. Lengthen the back of your neck, lengthen your waist, lengthen your tail down as you pull your knees in. Breathe big. All right, one more sit up and we'll do breathing exercise. Lift your arms, flex your feet, inhale. Go for it. All right, so the breathing exercise is called breath. You're going to use your belly to get rid of the air out of your mouth. The focus is only on the exhales. So you'll exhale. You can do this out your mouth or your nose, actually. It doesn't really matter. It's totally up to you. But try to sit up tall so you can sit on your shins like me. Or you can sit on your butt and cross your legs. Maybe get a blanket or a pillow or something to sit on. But again, your belly is going to push the air out of your mouth or out of your nose. So flutter your lips. Let out some air. Take a big breath in. Fill your belly. We're going to do 100. Halfway through. Deep breath in. And let out a sigh. So feel free to turn around and lay down. I'm going to end like this and we'll just do a quick little meditation. Thank you guys so much. Please let us know if you have any questions. Obviously, let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, either seated or laying down. I just want you to close your eyes and picture an image of somebody that you know that's having a really hard time right now. Just try to make it a clear image. Maybe it's somebody you saw on the news. Maybe it's somebody you saw on, whatever, on your Instagram feed. Maybe it's a good friend. Maybe whatever. Picture that clear image, and I just want you to think, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be whole. Do that a couple more times. Keep picturing that image. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be whole. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be whole. And And before you move on with your day, try to picture an image of yourself. It could be yourself right now, it could be yourself 20 years ago or 20 years from now. And think those same thoughts. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be whole. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be whole. Remember, our minds are very, very powerful, so try to use it for good best you can. There's a lot going on right now in the world, and I hope you're taking care of yourself and staying safe and staying healthy. But just remember, you can use your thoughts and you can use everything that you've already got inside of you to help you and to help everybody around you. So do it. Good luck. Let me know if I can help.